Well, 2 decades ago, the second city of Kapolei was born. It sprouted up in the middle of hundreds of acres of sugarcane land on the Ewa Plains and stretching up into the hills of Makakilo. Today, it's a city where you can find just about anything, from city and state government offices to the big box retailers. Well, almost anything. We spent several days in Kapolei looking at the progress and the problems, touted as a place where you can live, work, and play. We found there are concerns over things like jobs and education. We'll share those with you tonight at 10. But we begin with the planning of the second city and its infrastructures. Is it what planners envisioned for the second city?
Less than 20 years ago, you found productive sugarcane fields on the Ewa Plains. Today, they've been replaced by the ever-growing city of Kapolei, with homes, offices, and national retailers. Attilio Leonardi is a realtor in Kapolei. He's also a Kapolei resident who has seen the changes.
What's unique about Kapolei is 10 years ago, you could have been standing somewhere that was dirt, and then all of a sudden there's all this big box retail. So Kapolei is kind of like Honolulu in the 50s, but it's very concentrated in the amount of growth. You're not going to see 50 years. It's not going to take Kapolei 50 years to get where Honolulu is. It's probably going to ramp up much more rapidly and a little bit more planned, as opposed to just things happening over a long period of time randomly.
Francis Oda has played a role in those changes. The chairman and CEO of Group 70 International has been on board overseeing the planning and designing of the second city since its beginnings.
It's been a kind of a long haul, and it still requires a bit more. But I'm glad to see that now the bones are there, the circulation system is there, and now we just need the flesh to come around it, and that's in the form of buildings, landscaping, and those things.
Oda says it's been exciting to create a city from the ground up, including the building design. Every building goes before an architectural committee before groundbreaking to ensure there's a common thread in colors and styles. He calls Kapolei a Kama'aina garden city with trees and greenery. But even as far as the second city has come, Oda says there's much more to be done.
One, we need more jobs to come here, offices to locate here, more business to be developed here. There's a lot of residential, so there are a lot of people living here, but their jobs are somewhere else, downtown Honolulu. As it reaches a greater critical mass, the city will come together.
With the current economy, there is space available for rent, roads to be finished, and buildings to be built. Oda says transit will be key, as well as education and West Oahu. This past legislative session, lawmakers finally passed a bill appropriating funds to begin building West Oahu.
We made that dedication over 16 years ago, hoping that that would, drive not only employment, but also educational opportunities, help with traffic congestion. It's a major, major hope for the people of West Oahu.
Critics have complained about the lagging infrastructure. Oda points out new road work, like the North-South Road and the freeway interchange, as projects that are now catching up to the growing community. So when will the city of Kapolei be complete?
One way to look at that is the city's never complete. How complete is Rome, Paris? But I think for it to get to a point of critical mass, where you can really say, hey, this is a cool city, I think it's going to be another 10, 20 years.